Hello, hi guys. Today I'll share with you the UGC NAT paper economics, which was held at 18 June 2024. So I discussed earlier the paper first, and now I'll give the explanation of each and every question, and not the economic question like question is asking about data related to budget or any stuffs like that. So I'll provide explanation for each and every question except economic data related questions. So 51 question: arrange the following states based on gross domestic product at constant price in lakhs or rupees lakhs in ascending order. So Haryana's GSDP at constant price is 8 point in year 2022 to 23. So 8.98 lakh crore, and if I talk about Rajasthan, it was 10.20 lakh crore, and Telangana 11.23 lakh crore, and Madhya Pradesh MP 10.35 lakh crore, and West Bengal 13.48 lakh crore. So in this there is I think there is no correct sequence, but if I see the first Haryana and West Bengal E, so only the second option A and E is related to this. We can make this option correct because we are not confirm about DBC about that because in the data there is a mismatch in the given options. So if I choose, then I'll go with the second option. And now the next question: a stochastic process whose mean variance and autocovariance are constant over time is known as it will be weakly stationary. Third option will be the right here. Here is the explanation for this question. Firstly, we should know about the stochastic process. It is a collection of random variables indexed by time, and a stationary time series has statistical properties or movements, example mean and variance, that do not vary in time. So stationarity then is the status of a stationary time series. What is the difference between stationarity and non-stationarity? So non-stationarity is the status of a time series whose statistical properties are changing through time, and in stationarity as the status of a stationary time series which do not vary in time. So first option was the trend stationary. So the mean trend is deterministic. Once the trend is estimated and removed from the data, the residual series is a stationary stochastic process. Now the difference stationary, the mean trend is stochastic. Differencing the series d times yields a stationary stochastic process. Now the weak stationary, a stochastic process xt t element of capital T is called weakly stationary if the second moment are finite. If the second moment are finite, so xt2 is less than or less than infinite for all the uh, all the all the t which is a element of capital T. So next the means are constant. First the condition is the second moments are finite, and the second condition is the means are constant. Expected mean of xt is equal to m for all t will be constant, and the covariance of xt and xt plus h depends on h only. So here is a formula or stuff you can if you want to understand, you can see this, and is independent of t element of capital T, and is called the auto covariance function ACVF. And the last one is the strict stationary, a stochastic process x t small t is the element of capital T, is called strictly stationary if for all t1 to tn all the elements of capital T and h such that t1 minus h1 to tn plus h all element of t, it holds that xt1 to xtn is equal to d xt1 plus h to xtn plus h. So that is called finite dimensional distribution of the process are invariant under time shifts. So here d indicates equality in distribution. So we can see the stochastic process whose mean variance and auto covariance are constant over time is known as the weakly stationary, will be the right answer. Now the next matching question is devaluation. Devaluation matched with the increase in export competitiveness, and emerging growth related with heavily export based growth, and automatic adjustment BOP adjustment related with flexible exchange rate, and the perfect capital mobility related with domestic interest rate pegged at a world rate of interest. So third option will be the right answer here. Now the next question, arrange the events according to their occurrence, the oldest being first. So Treaty of Rome, it was in 1957, Eurozone 1999, and the collapse of the Bretton Woods system of fixed exchange rate in 1971, in global financial crisis 2007, and South Asian Free Trade Area 2006. So third answer will be the right option here. And now we can see the little bit explanation about the treaty of all the options given here. So first one was the Treaty of Rome. It was held at 1957. This established the European Economic Community, predecessor to the European Union. Second was the collapse of the Bretton Woods system in 1971. This marked the end of the fixed exchange rate system established after World War II. And the third one was the Eurozone 1999, the introduction of the euro as a common currency of participating European Union countries. And the fourth, South Asian Free Trade Area in 2004, an agreement to promote trade among South Asian countries. And the last one, global financial crisis in 2008, a severe worldwide economic crisis considered by many economists to be the most serious financial crisis since the Great Depression. So it was not 2007, it was 2008, and South Asian Free Trade Area it was in 2004, not 6. And I think Treaty of Rome in 1957, all are right here. So you can check the yourself also. Now the next question, the income elasticity of demand for money is low, then which of the following is true? So here we initially see the explanation. Slope of the LM curve. The slope of LM curve depends on two factors. First one is the responsiveness of demand for money to changes in income. MD, demand for money, is equal to as the function of income, and the second one is the elasticity or responsiveness of demand for money to the changes in the rate of interest. And the lower the elasticity of liquidity preference for speculative motive with respect to the changes in the rate of interest, the steeper will be the LM curve. Here we can see the lower the elasticity of liquidity preference for speculative motive with respect to the changes in the rate of interest, the steeper will be the LM curve. On the other hand, if the elasticity of liquidity preference money demand function to the changes in the rate of interest is high, the LM curve will be flatter or less steep. Here we can see the question, in income elasticity of demand for money is low, then lower the elasticity of liquidity preference, so LM will be the steeper. First one will be the right answer here. Now the you can see for the explanation, shift in the LM curve. So factors that determine the position of LM curve. The LM curve is down by keeping the stock of money supply fixed. Therefore, when the money supply increases, given the money demand function, it will lower the rate of interest at the given level of income. Now this is because with the income fixed, the rate of interest must fall to so the demand for money for speculative and transaction motive rises to become equal to the greater money supply. This will cause the LM curve to shift outward or the rightward. The other factor which causes a shift in the LM curve is the change in liquidity preference for a given level of income. If the liquidity preference function for a given level of income shifts upward, this given the stock of money will lead to the rise in the rate of interest for a given level of income. This will bring about a shift in the LM curve to the left. Now, if the money demand function liquidity preference for a given level of income declines, it will lower the rate of interest for a given level of income and will therefore shift the LM curve to the right. Now the LM curve, the essential features of LM curve. The LM curve is a schedule that describes the combination of a rate of interest and level of income at which money market is in equilibrium. The LM curve slopes upward to the right. The LM curve is flatter if the interest elasticity of demand for money is high. On the contrary, on the other hand, LM curve is steep if the interest elasticity demand for money is low. Here is the answer of our question. The LM curve shifts to the right when the stock of money is increased, and it shifts to the left if the stock of money supply is reduced. LM curve shifts to the left if there is an increase in the money demand function, which raises the quantity of money demanded at the given interest rate and income level. On the other hand, LM curve shifts to the right if there is a decrease in the money's demand function, which lowers the amount of money demanded at the given levels of interest rate and income. So the next question, I don't know the answer of this question because I searched many more government publication, but I didn't able to find that particular answer of this question. So the next question, the reaction pattern of the in the oligopoly market is determined by which of the following formula. So here is the market demand minus current output of the rival firm divided by multiply by 1 by 2 is used to determine the reaction pattern in an oligopoly market. So fourth will be the right answer, 1 by 2. Market demand minus current output of the rival firm. Market demand refers to the overall demand for a product or services in the market, and current output of the rival firm refers to the production level of or output of a competitive firm in the same market, or 1 by 2 signify that the competitor's reaction is influenced by half of the difference between market demand and their current output. So the reaction pattern of a firm in an oligopoly market is determined by how it adjusts its output based on the difference between market demand and its rival's current output, which with a factor of 1 by 2 indicating the degree of influence from this difference. So now the next question, which of the following is not true in case of expansionary fiscal policy? So first option, increase of unemployment benefits and state pensions, it is true here. And second option, increase of property tax to check escalating house prices. So question asking about expansionary fiscal policy, no true, but not true. So this increase of property taxes in expansionary fiscal policy, there will be decrease. So this will be the right answer of this question. And the third option, government support for business startups through subsidies and increase of public sector investment on infrastructure. These first, third and fourth are true for the expansionary fiscal policy. Here we can see increase of property taxes is typically associated with a contractionary fiscal policy rather than an expansionary one. Increasing property tax can dampen consumer spending and investment in real estate, which is counterproductive to the goals of expansionary fiscal policy. The other options, such as increasing unemployment benefits and state pensions, supporting business startups through subsidies, and increasing public sector investment on infrastructure, are consistent with expansionary fiscal policy, as they aim to boost overall spending, investment, and economic activity. So now the next question, matching question. Firstly, we should know about the tragedy of common, and then integrating climate change into the long run macroeconomic analysis, then boundaries of earth's life support, and after that analysis of economic governance, especially the commons. So here we can see the concept of tragedy of commons was first introduced by Gret Harding in 1968. It describes how individuals driven by self-interest can collectively overuse shared resource, leading to its depletion. An example is overfishing in oceans, where individuals fishermen exploit fish stocks, causing long-term damage to marine ecosystem. So we can match Gordon Haldane match with the tragedy of common. Now the next, William uh, Nordhaus in 2018 got a Nobel Prize in Economics, integrating climate change into long-run macroeconomic analysis. So William Nordhaus going with the second one, integrating climate change into long-run macroeconomic analysis. And the third one, the boundaries of Earth's life support system, proposed by John Rockstone and colleagues in 2009, outlined 9 planetary boundaries within which humanity can thrive sustainably. These boundaries include climate change, biodiversity loss, and freshwater use, guiding us to avoid irreversible environmental damage and secure a safe operating space for humanity. So, the boundaries of Earth with the B, we go with the third one, boundaries of Earth's life support, and the last one, Eleanor Ostrom, go with the fourth one, analysis of economic governance, especially the commons. Here we can see the analysis of economic governance, particularly regarding the commons, has been extensively studied by Eleanor Ostrom, awarded the Nobel Prize in Economics in 2009. She explored how communities manage shared resources sustainably through collective action, offering insights into overcoming the tragedy of commons. Example as a community managed fisheries. Now the next question is the 60. Arrange the following environment to meet according to their years of occurrence, oldest being first. So Earth Summit, and first will be the United Nation. First will be the this one, United Nation Conference in on on the human environment in Stockholm, year 1972, 5th June to 16th June. Major point was the first global conference focused on environmental issues, highlighting the need for international cooperation on environmental protection. After that, in 1992, there was an Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It was held in 1992, June 3rd to 14. Major point was that the first major UN conference on the environment, leading to the creation of the United Nations Environment Program (UNEP), and after that, the Rio plus 20 year in 2012, a major point, a United Nations conference on sustainable development, emphasizing the importance of sustainable development goals and green economic pathways. After that, Earth Summit will be the second, and third will be the this one, third, Rio Summit 2, and next will be the Paris Agreement COP21 in 2015. Major point, a landmark international treaty within the UNFCCC framework, aiming to limit global temperature rise to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. So the Paris Agreement COP21 will be the fourth one, and the last will be the fifth, Stockholm plus 50. So Stockholm plus 50 year 2022, major point was commemorated the 50th anniversary of the 1972 Stockholm Conference, the reflecting on progress made in environmental government and sustainability. So option will be D, C, E, A, B. Second will be the right answer here. Now the next question, according to RCK model, Ramsey and C was the cause, I think, and K was the Cookman. Yeah. Model, which of the following correctly depicts the growth rate of consumption per worker? Growth rate of consumption per worker. So second will be the right formula for growth rate of consumption per worker according to RCK model. Here is the explanation of this. The RCK, Ramsey Cass Koopmans model, is a neoclassical model of economic growth that extends the basic solo swan model by adding consumer optimization and endogenous saving rates. So let's break the equation as given. Formula C dot T divided by C T with the rho plus RT divided by theta. So C dot T divided by CT represents the growth rate. It represents the growth rate of consumption per worker, and rho is the rate of time preference. Rho is the rate of time preference for discount rate, and RT is the real interest rate at time t, and theta represents the elasticity of intertemporal substitution. So this equation is derived from the Euler equation in the RCK model and describes how consumption growth relates to the interest rate and consumer preference. So the intuition behind this equation is that the consumption growth is positively related to the real interest rate, which incentivize savings, and negatively related to the rate of time preference, which encourages current consumption. So the elasticity of intertemporal substitution determines how responsive consumption growth is to change in the interest rate. So the next question 62, arrange the following ministries on the basis of the amount of allocation of funds in the union budget 2023 to 24 in ascending order. So Ministry of Road Transport and Highways got 2.70 lakh crore rupees, and Ministry of Railway got 2.41 lakh crore rupees, and Ministry of Home Affairs got 1.96 lakh crore, and Ministry of Rural Development got 1.59 lakh crore rupees, and Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizer 1.7 lakh crore rupees. So highest is the 2. I think 70 Ministry of Road Transport, and we should ascending order. So highest A will be the first one, so A, and next will be the B, A, B, and after that one A, B, C. So first will be the right option here, A, B, C, E, D. Now the next question, match the list sample standards. So 61 is also, I don't have any explanation for this. Sample standard deviation match with the third, this one. This matching is correct here, which is already done, and under root sigma square or standard deviation square, standard deviation square divided by 2n, and sample variance with the second sigma square under root 2 by n, and the difference of two independent sample means under root sigma square 1 divided by n plus 1 n1 plus sigma square 2 divided by n2, and the difference of two independent standard sample deviation going with the go with the first one, standard error, root sigma square 1 divided by 2 and 1 plus sigma square 2 divided by 2 and 2. So second will be the right option here. Now the next question is the rule of thumb to express price directly as a markup over marginal cost. So first will be the right option here, price is equal to marginal cost divided by 1 plus 1 upon elasticity of demand. Here is the explanation of this. Lerner index provides the relationship between the percent markup and the price elasticity of demand. Lerner index is equal to P minus MC. P is here price, and minus MC is marginal cost divided by P price is equal to minus 1 upon elasticity of demand. An example of a Lerner index might be a Big Macs. There are substitutes available for Big Macs. So if the price increases, consumers can buy a competing brand such as Whoppers. In the case of a good with close substitutes, the price elasticity of demand is larger, more elastic, causing the percent markup to be smaller. The Lerner index is relatively small. A monopoly is defined as a single seller in an industry with no close substitutes. With no close substitute, therefore, a monopoly that produces a good with no close substitutes would have a higher Lerner index. A second pricing rule can be derived from equation. If we assume that the firm maximizes profits, MR is equal to MC. In that case, the relationship between price and marginal revenue is equal to MR is equal to P into 1 plus 1 by elasticity of demand. If the profit maximization MR is equal to MC is assumed, then MC is equal to price. into 1 plus 1 by ed, or if we rearrange that, it will give us p is equal to mc divided by 1 plus 1 by ad. So this is useful equation as it relates price to marginal cost. For example, a perfectly competitive firm has a perfectly elastic demand curve. Ed is equal to negative infinity substitution of the of this elasticity into the pricing rules yield p is equal to mc. For a monopoly that has a price elasticity equal to -2, price is equal to 2 mc, or the 2 marginal cost. The price is 2 times the production cost in this case. To summarize, if elasticity of demand is large, then the firm has less market power and is small markup, and if elasticity of demand is small, the firm has more market power and a large markup. Now the next question: calculate the money multiplier where currency C is equal to 200 billion rupees, and deposit D is equal to 400 billion, and uh, excess reserve is equal to 800 million rupees. So all the four answers here are wrong. Here we can it will be answer will be, I think, 50. Here we can see the explanation of this question. Currency C is given by 7.2 billion. 7.2 billion no, I think I take another question explanation here. So yes, we can say the same question as like that, but different numbers here. So if currency is given 7.2 billion, it will equal to 7,200 million, and deposit D as given in that question, like 400 billion, and it will be 400,000 million. So excess reserve is given 800 million. So all the units are same now: million and million here. Now calculate total reserves. So total reserves is equal to currency plus excess reserves. So total reserves is equal will be 7,200 million plus 800 million. So total reserve will be 8,000 million. And next step is calculate the required reserve ratio. So required reserve ratio will be the total reserves divided by deposits. So required reserve ratio is 800 million divided by 400,000 million. So required reserve ratio will be 0.02 or 2%. 2% or so calculate the money multiplier. So money multiplier will be the 1 upon required reserve ratio. So 1 upon 0.02, it will be the 50 answer. So it's like the same this question. We can, if we try to calculate this so here I solved this question. Currency is here given in billion, so I converted it in million here, and the deposits here are given in billion, so I converted it in million, multiply with 1000. So and I calculated here total reserve by adding the excess reserve with currency 800 plus 2 lakh in million. So I got 800 million. Unable to express this number because it's too much large. And here is the required reserve ratio, total reserve divided by deposits. So here we got 0.502. So after that, the money multiplier will be 1 upon reserve required ratio, and 1 upon 0.502 is equal to 1.992 will be the right answer. There is no one answer match with our this answer, so this will be the right answer here. Now the next question, match the following list: one IFCI, IRBI, NABARD. So we know NABARD would go in with the 1982, ICICI go with 1955, and we can see here IFCI go with 1948, and IBRD go with the 1971. This will be the right matching. Here we can say can see a little bit explanation about these given banks. NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, established in 1982 to by the as per the recommendation of Sivaraman Committee, and to promote sustainable and equitable agriculture and rural development by providing credit, development assistance, and other support services to rural areas and agriculture related activities. And ICI, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India, established in 1955, initially focused on providing finance and assistance to industrial projects, and ICICI later diversified into banking and financial services, including retail banking, investment banking, and asset management. And the IFCI, Industrial Finance Corporation of India, established in 1948 to provide medium and long-term financial assistance to industrial projects in India, especially in the private sector. And the last one was the IRBI, Industrial Reconstruction Bank of India, established in 1971 to provide financial assistance and support for the revival and rehabilitation of sick industrial companies in India. So fourth option will be the right answer here.